Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts. Thank you to our local sponsors who make these live athletic streams possible. Please support their businesses when you can. I'm Jim McCoy along with Dan Hartwell on the camera, coming to you live from the pavilion at Cascade Christian High School in Medford, Oregon. We welcome you to the Lithia Superstore game of the night as we get set for this girls basketball matchup between the Lost River Raiders and the Cascade Christian Challengers. Coverage today is brought to you by Table Rock Sports, Oregon's leading provider of live high school athletic streams through our Lithia Superstore Game Center at TableRockSports.net. Welcome to our home and visiting fans watching today. Joe Brett is our executive producer. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Also, Table Rock Sports invites you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you to the over 4,500 fans who already have. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll get you ready for the start of tonight's matchup. The Raiders and the Challengers in girls basketball coming up on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle, so we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle, so we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, we're just moments away from the start of the girls' contest tonight between the Challengers and the Raiders. Still very early in the season. It was just a few days ago that both these schools had football teams participating in state championship games. However, Lost River comes in having a couple of games under their belt. Back on the 3rd of December, they were 52-48 winners against Tule Lake, California, and then took a loss against Sisters 59-31 on Saturday night. Meanwhile, the Challenger girls played in the Jamboree this last week against a couple of local teams and then got their actual game-playing schedule underway against North Bend, in which they lost to their 4A opponents by a score of 50-33. Lost River under the direction of Jennifer Hartman, assisted by Clint Hill. Challengers under Troy McNichols. McNichols, he's new to the Challenger basketball program this year, having come over after coached at Phoenix for a number of years. And then if you go way back, he's got a coaching resume that dates back to Crater High School and then a couple of high school stops up in Washington, where I believe he is originally from. But he takes over the program. This Challenger girls team, you may recall, made it to the state tournament, made a nice run there with a victory along the way. But a number of those key players from last year's squad have graduated, so it's a new-look team. The only starter returning for the Challengers is Grace McCauley. Now, I know that Coach McNichols is doing a little bit of experimenting along the way as the season gets underway. He had Grace coming off the bench on Friday night, but they're still kind of figuring out how the pieces of the puzzle fit together. Couple of, besides the new freshmen that are on the team, they also have a couple of transfers in. Junior guard Cadence Gonzalez comes to Cascade after having played her first 2 years of high school ball at New Hope Christian up in Grants Pass. And then Addison Horn, sophomore, saw a lot of her during volleyball season. She had come over from Eagle Point, and that's not to say anything of the freshmen that we'll be expecting to see along the way. So you're still kind of figuring out that situation yet. The Challengers come in with 2 seniors on the team this year. Grace McCauley and Sienna Wilcox is a player. She came off the bench on Friday night, but she's a player that can give you some scoring off the Challenger bench, and another one of those multi-sport athletes who plays soccer in the fall. Looking over at Lost River, slightly more experience on the team. 4 seniors on the squad. Macy Thompson, Madison Holster, Carla Navarro, and Tia Ongman are all the seniors playing for Coach Hartman. So we're still at that stage where we're looking at and seeing what each team has, looking at their schedules coming up. After tonight's game, Lost River will be back in action again coming up. On Friday night, they'll be playing Lakeview Paisley, so another team out of South Central Oregon. And then on Saturday, they're up against Gold Beach at home. Meanwhile, for the Challengers, they'll be headed off this weekend to the Dayton tournament. And at least it looks in terms of what they've got set up for that tournament, the girls will play against Regis on Thursday. And looking at the schedule, that game will be coming up at 3 p.m. And then they'll also have dates on Friday against Dayton, and then Saturday against Warrenton. The next time we'll be streaming Challenger girls basketball will be during the Cascade Christian Christmas Classic, and that's going to be coming up a week from Thursday, Friday, Saturday tournament. Fundraising tournament for the boys basketball program, and invite you folks. Both the Challenger boys and girls will be in action for that, and you get a chance to look at some really great 3A teams from all around the state, and there's also in the mix a few local favorites as well. Both teams warming up out on the floor. The Challengers wearing their home white uniforms with purple numerals and gold trim. Meanwhile, the Raiders of Lost River in black with white numerals and gold trim. Our sponsors help make it possible to bring you winter sports coverage. Thank you to General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsor again, 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. Your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. Teams making their way towards their respective benches. Challengers, I know I've spent some time over the weekend kind of learning the lessons from Friday night, working on those areas that they can improve upon, no doubt. Lost River kind of in similar shoes. It's always interesting to see early season basketball and just kind of watch the coaching staffs of the respective teams try to figure out how the pieces fit together. And in a lot of cases, you have athletes that play fall sports, and sometimes they get a little bit of a late start on their winter sport. I know I can't necessarily speak for Lost River. I know that they had some success in girls soccer this year, but I know the volleyball team here at Cascade Christian made a playoff run, and so just in terms of switching gears from the fall sports to basketball takes a little bit of time. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll give you the starting lineups for tonight's game, and that will follow these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues.
Are the Lost River Raiders on the public address, Tim O'Sullivan.
Sophomore, number 4, Isabel Herring. A senior, number 14, Macy Thompson. A senior, number 21, Madison Holster. A freshman, number 24, Mackenzie Lyman. And a senior, number 50, Taya Ungman. The Raiders head coach is Jennifer Hartman. Her assistant is Clint Hill. Cascade fans, are you ready? Here's the starting five for your Lady Challengers. She's a freshman, number 22, Peyton Hurley. And guarded by 5 junior, number 12, Katie Gonzalez. And guarded by 6 junior, number 2, Bryn Cabbage. And 4 to 5, 8 senior, number 33, Grace McCulley. And in the middle, a 5'10" junior, number 20, Morgan Sam Hammer. Your head coach is Troy McNichols.
And there you have the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. So a little bit different look tonight. Peyton Hurley will be in the starting lineup for the Challengers, the freshmen, and the junior varsity girls winners in their contest against Lost River over on the other court. And then we had the Challenger boys winning their JV matchup as well in convincing fashion. So getting a chance to look at some of the new players. The Hayes in the barn. Sam Hammer getting ready to jump it up at center court, going up against Macy Thompson, one of those seniors for the Lost River Raiders. Challengers will be moving from right to left from our perspective. Ball in the air, controlled by the Raiders. Drive to the hoop, blocked up there by Hurley. It ends up going out of bounds. It'll be Challenger basketball. Lost River going to quickly come out with a full court press. Challengers did have some problems with turnovers in their game against North Bend on Friday night. McCauley working it to the middle. Now to Hurley, who crosses the timeline at midcourt. Coppage in the corner. She'll shoot, and she buries it. Bryn Coppage getting the Challengers off to the 3-0 start. And while the travel called against the Raiders, their starting lineup, Isabel Herring is number 4. Number 50 is Taya Ongman. Then we also have in the lineup number 21, Holster. McCauley kicks it out, Coppage. Hurley with it. And they said that she dragged her pivot foot. It will be Raider basketball. Getting set to inbound will be Isabel Herring, sophomore, on the inbound. Taking care of the inbound is Mackenzie Lyman. And they're going to call a foul against Coppage for the Challengers. And that'll be the first team foul for the Challengers. Lyman has it broken up by Coppage. Challengers on the break, 2-on-1. Cadence Gonzalez there. Took her a second to gather the ball, and now Hurley with it. Starts a drive to the hoop. And this guy's going to call a lot of travel tonight. I can see that already. So, Challengers, 2 early turnovers, 3-0 ball game. Lyman on the drive, looks underneath for Ongman. Ongman, double team there, ball tipped away. Last touch by the Challengers. Well, that's the thing. Some referees will call it tight, others will call it fairly loose. So you just know in that situation, you need to watch your feet tonight. On the drive, that is blocked by the Challengers. And a foul called against Cascade Christian. And that'll go against Morgan Samhammer, and that will send Isabel Herring to the line. Sophomore. 6:49 to go in the first. First free throw attempt. It's down. It's a 3-1 ball game. Opportunity here to draw the Raiders within 1. Second attempt on its way. Nothing but net. 3-2 ball game. Hurley out of backcourt, quickly up the floor. Coppage with an open shot. That one a little bit short. Samhammer with the offensive rebound. She couldn't hold on. Looks like it was last touched by Mackenzie Lyman. Or at least that's, they're saying touched it last. Kind of obscured from us there in all the traffic, but it's going to be Gonzalez with the inbound. Up high. Bryn between the circles. Passes right wing. Hurley. Hurley looking down to the low post. Gonzalez with it. She'll kick it out. McCauley. Grace drives, kicks out. Coppage. Challengers trying to be patient here. McCauley will shoot, and she hits it. Grace McCauley with her first bucket of the ball game. She's kind of one of those players that does all the little things that don't always show up in the stat sheet. Right there, try to split the difference on the drive. Challengers with the steal. Gonzalez, Coppage to Hurley with the left hand. 2. Peyton Hurley with her first bucket of the night. She'll be one of those swing players. Steal by Coppage up to Cadence Gonzalez. She glides to the hoop. She lays it up and in. Lost River needing to regroup. Coach Hartman calls a timeout. We will take one as well. We'll be back shortly here on TableRockSports.net.
Sports are in trouble, and officials are in extreme demand.
So we're looking for people like you, former athletes,
parents, and community members.
What it takes is attention to detail,
a positive attitude, and respect for the game.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
Because the hard truth is,
no ref, no game. Play ball.
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, Challengers with full court pressure. Raiders inbound to Lyman. Lyman being hounded by Gonzalez. She gets past the timeline at midcourt. Pass broken up by the Challengers. Foul called against Bryn Coppage. That'll be her second personal foul for the Challengers, the third team foul. Lyman with the ball up high. Swings it for Herring. Herring double team, broken up by the Challengers. Grace McCauley with it, trips over a Lost River player, feeds it up the floor. Coppage, she lays it up and in. Challengers now up by 9, 11-2. 9 is what they had for the entire quarter against North Bend on Friday night. Steal by the Challengers. Gonzalez up the floor. Hurley. Coppage gets behind the defense, and she scores. 13-2 your score with 5:07 left to go in the first quarter of play. We have a foul called against the Raiders, and that will go against Mackenzie Lyman. Bryn Coppage will go to the free throw line. Coppage, first free throw attempt. That is good. Challenger lead is now 12. Addison Horn, who started on Friday night, checks into the Challenger lineup. Coppage, who has 2 personals, will sit down for a breather. Hurley there with the pressure, steal by Horn. Horn with the basketball, goes to the hoop, lays it up with the left hand. She misses, but there with the putback, Peyton Hurley. Halfway through the first quarter, Challengers opening up with the good lead. We'll have a foul against the Challengers. That'll go against Addie Horn. That'll be her first personal. Challengers with 14 fouls. The Raiders with 1. Getting ready to inbound is Madison Holster. Checking into the Raider lineup, Carla Navarro. Lyman trying to split the difference. Steal by McCauley. Horn with it. She'll go to the hoop. And then gets in close. Traffic gets back. And then shooting from downtown. Gonzalez misses on the attempt. Rebound by Herring. Herring quickly up the floor. And then we'll have a traveling violation against the Raiders. Kinley Davis, who started last Friday night, checks into the Challenger lineup. 6'1" sophomore. Had a great spring as a thrower in the Challengers track program. Hurley with the basketball. Sends it up floor for Horn. Horn gives for Gonzalez. Cadence hands it off. Horn trying to look inside, but that is broken up. Good defense there by Navarro. Navarro falls to the floor. Grace McCauley with it. She'll lay it up with the left hand. She scores and 1. 18-2. Challengers running out to the early lead. Grace McCauley getting an opportunity to convert a 3-point play. Checking in for Lost River will be Kareem Fernandez. Fernandez wearing number 10. Free throw attempt by McCauley is good. Always been a solid free throw shooter for the Challengers. Halfway through the first, Challengers already have 19 on the board. Navarro with the basketball. Quick pass up the floor. Broken up. There's Davis with it. Up the floor to Horn. Horn gliding to the hoop. Missing the attempt is Hurley. But the putback by Horn extends the Challenger lead. 3:39 left to go in the first. Pass down on the low post, and now a shot from downtown. Over the cup it goes. Challengers quickly out on the break. Cadence Gonzalez with it. Misses the attempt. Davis kicks it out. Looking for Gonzalez. She'll drive to the hoop, and she's fouled on the drive. The question was on the floor, was it during the attempt? And Cadence is going to go to the free throw line. She led the Challengers in scoring Friday night with 12, all from long range. First free throw attempt, rims off the back iron. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Bros supports the communities that support them. And for over 30 years, there is no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. So Challengers using the defense to give them some offense. A lot of breakaway baskets here in the first quarter. Challengers off to a hot start and just about ready to come out of the break. Cadence Gonzalez at the charity stripe. 3:17 to go in the first. Her second attempt. A little short, but Grace McCauley there. She'll try it from long range. That shot off target. Sienna Wilcox with the rebound, and she kicks it out for Horn. Horn, Wilcox, bounce pass to Grace McCauley. Feed inside. Wilcox, a resourceful player. She just finds a way to score points from what we've seen of her over the years. One of two Challenger seniors. Opportunity to try to convert on the three-point play. Grace McCauley going to go out for a breather. Sam Hammer comes in. Wilcox. Free throw attempt just a little bit short. Davis had it for a second, and over there, Lost River with possession of it. Navarro with the basketball. Releases up the left side to Holster. Holster out of backcourt. Challengers with high defensive pressure. There we'll have a and they're going to call a foul on Cadence Gonzalez. That'll be her first foul of the ball game. 5 team fouls against the Challengers, 4 against the Raiders. First free throw attempt by Madison Holster is long. Challenger lineup for you. It is Gonzalez in with Wilcox, Horn, Davis, and Sam Hammer. There in the paint, Taya Ongman. And a foul against Cascade. Addie Horn whistled for her second personal foul. Taya Ongman, one of 4 seniors on this Raiders squad. First free throw attempt. Looked good, but just a little off to the right. Remains a 23-2 ball game. Grace McCauley checking back in. And Horn will come out. Horn with 2 personals. Second free throw attempt on the way. That one just a little off to the right. Battle for the boards. And out of bounds. Last touched by the Challengers. .235. Looks like they're getting a clock reset there on the shot clock. 2 years in, and I'm still getting used to that. Fernandez feeds down on the corner. Try to get it into the low post, broken up by the Challengers. Grace McCauley quickly up the floor to Wilcox, and she lays it up and in. Sienna Wilcox extends the Challenger lead. And a steal by the Challengers. Gonzalez loses control of it for a second. Sam Hammer up the floor. Davis, she banks it home. 2:04 left to go in the quarter. Raiders out of backcourt. Herring, feed it down low. Trying to get to Ongman, but there to break it up is Kinley Davis. Challenger defense much better tonight than what we saw on Friday night. Grace McCauley pulls up, gives for Wilcox over on the right wing. Cross-court pass for McCauley. Feeds it, free throw line, Sam Hammer. Her shot off to the left. A little battle for the ball. And that's going to go against Morgan Sam Hammer. That'll be her second personal. So one thing the Challengers better watch out for tonight is getting into foul trouble. At the free throw line for Lost River, opportunity here for Isabel Herring. First free throw attempt, it's good. Peyton Hurley checking in as Gonzalez comes out. Second attempt is good. Challengers with the ball and the lead. 1:22 left to go in the first. Hurley, around the horn it goes to McCauley. McCauley looking inside to cutting Wilcox. Wilcox misses the shot. Offensive rebound by Sam Hammer. Sam Hammer going to drive to the hoop. The little hook shot rolls around and off. And then there is Sam Hammer with the putback. 29-4. Inside a minute left to go here in the first quarter of play. Picking up her dribble is Herring. Herring looking down low. The pass broken up by Davis, but her pass taken by Navarro. Fernandez trying to make a play for the ball. It ends up going out of bounds. And so it'll be Challenger basketball. Grace McCauley out of backcourt. And travel called against the Challengers. Dragging that pivot foot. So on the turnover, Lost River with an opportunity to put more points up on the board before the end of the quarter. Feed down low. And that last went off the foot of a Challenger player. Kinley Davis there down low. .5 left to go in the first. Inbound Fernandez. Now a drive. Little floater off the side of the backboard. It goes out. It'll be Challenger basketball. Sam Hammer will get set to inbound. McCauley up the floor. Wilcox on the left wing behind the three-point line. Hurley up top. Davis. Davis starts a drive. Now to Wilcox. Wilcox will shoot. Her shot a little bit short. Going to try to get her own rebound, and the horn sounds, and that will mark the end of the first quarter of play. After one, it is the Challengers 29 and the Raiders 4, I should say. We'll be right back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Getting ready for the start of the second quarter. It's been all Challengers so far. Their defense creating breakaway opportunities for them, and they're capitalizing on them. Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. Jim McCoy here along with Dan Hartwell here on the camera. Sam Hammer on the inbound to Grace McCauley, Challenger basketball. Peyton Hurley out behind the three-point line. Now to Sam Hammer. Sam Hammer passes near side to Hurley. Finds a breaking Wilcox. Wilcox finds Davis there. Davis will try a putback attempt, too hard off the glass. Coming out of backcourt with the rebound is Herring. Herring on the drive against Wilcox. 4 against 4. Navarro, corner of the free throw line. Sam Hammer with it, glides out of backcourt. Finds Hurley. Hurley puts up the shot just a little too hard off that. And there with the putback attempt, offensive rebound turns into points for Kinley Davis. With the drive, Lyman with the ball, works it right. Herring called for the travel. So it'll be Challenger basketball. Their lineup, Morgan Samhammer, Grace McCauley. And we have Horn and Coppage back in the game, along with Kinley Davis and Grace McCauley. Horn with the basketball right in front of the Lost River bench. Coppage, top of the key, swings it around the horn to McCauley. McCauley, Samhammer, way high off the backboard support. The Raiders will get it back. Walking it up the floor, Mackenzie Lyman. Bounce pass, baseline, Herring. They'll work it in. There, Navarro the attempt. Not able to make it. Samhammer. And they're going to go ahead and call a backcourt foul against Lost River. Isabel Herring whistled for her second personal of the ball game. Grace out of backcourt to Coppage. Coppage trying to feed for Horn. Horn to McCauley on the left side. Samhammer. Horn, cross-court pass for McCauley. Grace leaves it off for Samhammer. Samhammer starts a drive, has it broken up, but Coppage is right there. Bryn to the rescue. Horn with the ball over in the corner to Grace McCauley. Grace, skip pass. Horn will shoot from 3. She buries it. Addie Horn. Challengers, 34 here in the half thus far. And a steal by the Challengers. Coppage lassos it out of traffic, and they're going to call her for the double dribble. Yeah, with a little bit of a sheepish grin on her face as if to say, I know, I know. So it'll be Raider basketball. Madison Holster getting set to do the inbound. Turnover. Over the line, Lost River. You know it's early in the season that there's mistakes we'll be being made by both teams in this game that they won't be making later on in the season. Just those things that you forget about or don't think so much about early in the season. And then later on in the season, when it's closer, you don't want those kind of things haunting you. There, Coppage fires from the top of the key. That'll sail out of bounds. It'll be Raider basketball. Challengers have called off the Dogs on the pressure, so it'll be Lyman working out of backcourt. There, a shot from downtown. Battle for the ball over on the weak side. And it'll be Raider basketball. Taya Ongman checks back in, number 50, post player. Navarro will come out. Holster. And it is broken up by the Challengers. There's Addie Horn. Horn out of traffic. Gonzalez pass to McCauley. McCauley starts a drive, goes hard to the hole. Maybe a little bit too hard, but there's Morgan Samhammer. Challengers with second chance points here in the first half to extend the lead. 4:44 left to go in the half. He'll pass over on the right side to Trinity DeYoung, who's into the ball game. Ongman, little turnaround, and Horn with the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on the backcourt against Mackenzie Lyman. Raiders with 2 team fouls here in the quarter. Challengers have yet to be whistled. Horn, McCauley on the left side. Passes cross court to Coppage. Coppage to Gonzalez. Little scoop shot there. Can't connect. And we have a jump ball to call. The possession arrow pointing in the direction of the challengers. Gonzalez looking for somebody to pass to, finds Horn. McCauley with the ball. Passes the right side. Horn's going to fire from downtown, and she misses, but McCauley there with the offensive rebound. McCauley shoots. McCauley from three-point range. Now, there's something we haven't seen her do a lot of over the years. Of course, generally speaking, always had Izzy McCauley, her cousin, to take care of that. Shot in and out. Heartbreak for the Raiders. Gonzalez passes it up the floor, and it is broken up. Nice steal there by Herring. Whistle stopping play. Cadence Gonzalez whistled for the personal. That will be her second personal foul. Inbound Raiders. And a travel called against Lost River. Whistled on the violation is Peyton Guthrie. Horn bringing the challengers out of backcourt. Coppage swings it right. McCauley down low for Samhammer. Samhammer trying to make a move. She gets tied up. But I don't think they're going to call a tie up here. There's going to be a foul instead against Lost River. That's going to be Trinity DeYoung. Challengers now into Samhammer. Misses the puppy there and tries the put-back attempt. That won't go, but she stays with it. Gives it for Wilcox. Wilcox, nothing but net. Like I said, Wilcox is one of those players that can give you some scoring off the bench. And so a lot of times when a team gets lulled to sleep, new player comes in, they're able to snag a few buckets before they learn, maybe we should shut this person down. Ball's loose on the floor. Horn lets it go out of bounds. It'll be Challenger basketball. Checking back into the Raider lineup will be Macy Thompson. McCauley feeds to Wilcox. Wilcox had a block there in traffic now. Lost River on the move, trying to get something going here. They try to feed inside, but it is broken up by the Challengers, and they lose it out of bounds. 2:24 left to go in the half. Horn will walk it out of backcourt, gives to McCauley. Grace moving left. She has another cousin, Abby McCauley, who's a freshman this year that we might see some of tonight. Samhammer rebounds her own miss. Good hustle there on the play. And then McCauley can't get the shot to go. Got the opportunities, just can't get them to fall. And now here a steal by the Challengers. Coppage with the ball on the feed from Grace McCauley. Horn with it, swings it around and gives up for Coppage. Horn. Wheels and deals. Sends to Coppage. Coppage, Wilcox. Wilcox, her shot blocked out of bounds. There with the defense is Macy Thompson. Looks like the Challengers could use some height. And while Morgan Sam Hammer's no small fry, they'll bring Kinley Davis in, who gives them some post height, maybe somebody who can do something for them inside. Horn with the basketball. Now to Wilcox. 6 on the shot clock. Horn, got to kick it out. Coppage. Now Grace McCauley, her shot off to the right. Just as the horn sounds. Drive it up the right side of the floor, lost by the Raiders. Quickly up the floor to Wilcox. Wilcox misses the layup. Coppage there on the offensive rebound. Challengers turn it over. Peyton Hurley checking back in for Cascade. Challengers lead in the contest 41-4. Bringing it out of backcourt, Isabel Herring. Herring moving left, going to shoot from 3. Look good, but just a little bit short. Grace McCauley grabs the rebound. Starts to bring it up the floor. And touched by a Raider player. 48 seconds to go in the half. Horn with the ball. Hurley. Back out for Horn. Swings it to Wilcox. Hurley way out high. They'll try to feed it inside for Horn. Horn tries to save it, and it is taken away by Guthrie and the Raiders. Guthrie, 19 seconds to go. And a foul called against Cascade Christian. Grace McCauley whistled for her first personal foul. Second team foul for the Challengers. The Raiders will inbound underneath their own basket. Herring drives. Blocked there by Davis. She'll be called for the foul. And that will end up sending Herring to the free throw line. For Davis, her first personal. Herring free throw attempt. Rims off the back of the cup and out. 41-4. Second attempt on its way. And that one just off to the left. McCauley has it tapped away by a Lost River defender. 11 seconds left to go in the half. Horn. Now for Hurley. Hurley will kick it out. And they'll try the shot. Davis tries to fire the quick turnaround, and that will end the first half of play. And halftime, it is the Challengers 41 and the Raiders 4. We invite you to stick around. The halftime report brought to you by Medford Parks and Recreation Department. The fall activities guide is out with sports leagues, classes, and activities for all. Visit playmedford.com to learn more. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
Parents,
community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, our halftime report is brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Did you know that the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the program guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. Well, the Challengers got out on the front foot this evening, and they have never looked back in this game. Got out to the early lead, a lot of full-court pressure defense. Ended up leading to breakaway opportunities for the Challengers. Trying to get a copy, if I can, of the stats for the game, but I'm not having any luck getting some of the guys over on the other side of the court from me to respawn. Unfortunately, usually on the scoreboard they'll have post, at least in terms of who's in the game and how their scoring is coming along and stuff like that, but they don't have that going tonight. We'll see if we can't work on that a little bit more. Take a 2-minute break and then we'll be back here on TableRockSports.net. Challengers leading at the break.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
A Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia.
At the half, the Challengers leading the game in dominating fashion, 41-4. And now I'm joined in the booth by the Challenger Boys JV coach Mark McLemore, who happens to be in the house, getting ready here for the start of the second half. Well, a successful allow you the opportunity to give a shout out to your squad, a successful effort for your team tonight.
Yeah, they played really well tonight. I was very pleased with the effort by our, that was our first JV game of the year. So very nice job by them. I was trying to grab my scorebook here if I can really quickly. But I thought we played much, much better. We had a JV2 contest on Friday against Hidden Valley and kind of did not shoot the ball well at all that night. 29 points in the entire game, and I think we had 20-something in the first quarter tonight. So, and of course this is the JV versus the JV2, but still some of the same guys out there playing and really did a nice job tonight all the way around. And I think everyone, I had 12 tonight just because we're still trying to figure out the football guys and where they all fit in so far. And everybody got in the scoreboard, I think just about, one other than one person. So a very nice job. Some really balanced scoring. Landon Gottsman had 12 and Dominic Gritters had 12 to lead the way. Jacoby Getman with 8. Rowan Erickson had 8. Wyatt Scott had 9. So a nice balance of guys scoring the basketball all throughout the lineup there, and yeah, we played so much better, and when shots are going in, it makes the game look easy, if you know what I mean.
Well, I think the Challenger girls would kind of know that tonight. It looked like, at least so far from what we've seen this evening, that the girls squad has raised up the defensive pressure. Of course, pressure leads to turnovers. Turnovers hopefully lead to easy buckets, and so now you have where in a half the Challenger girls have scored more than they did in the entire game against a pretty fair North Bend squad on Friday night. Looking at the schedule up ahead, I know after tonight's contest, of course the Challenger boys coming up, the varsity after this contest, but got some road dates ahead for both the boys and the girls program, and it looks like that Dayton tournament's got some pretty good players in it.
Well, there's some really good tournaments coming up for the varsity. You got the Christmas Classic, you got the Dayton tournament, and you've got the Sisters tournament. So 3 tournaments in a row for the varsity boys, and we've got some decent JV and JV2 games coming up as well. So yeah, we always kind of wait to get started with the the football the way it usually goes. Mm-hmm. And so because of that, obviously, there's some challenges to getting the season started. And tonight, the first game for the Challengers, then they go to that Dayton tournament you mentioned, and they're at Blanchette. They're going to play Blanchette Catholic, which, early in the season, I think they're undefeated. I think Dayton's still undefeated so far in the season. A Regis team that's always good. So those are the 3 games they're going to play in that Dayton tournament: Blanchette, Dayton, and Regis. And then they go to the Sisters tournament. They go to, I should say, our tournament next here for the Christmas Classic on the 18th, 19th, and 20th, being early this year because of the way Christmas lands on a Thursday. Right. And because of that, the 18th, 19th, and 20th, they're going to play in the Christmas Classic here at Cascade Christian. They start off with Sisters in that tournament. And then they go to Sisters after the first of the year to play 3 games over there in the Sisters tournament, where they're going to play Henley, Madras, and Junction City, all good teams from the eastern side of the mountains here. So it's going to be from here on out. It's going to be a lot of games in a short amount of time for the varsity, especially.
Well, it'll come along fast and furious. It'll be interesting to get a look at the new edition of the Challenger boys. I wouldn't say we graduated a ton of players off of last year's team, but not unlike the girls squad. There's a lot of new pieces and parts to figure out and kind of figure out who fits where and who's going to take care of what responsibilities and so forth. But right now, right in front of us, we got girls basketball, and the Medford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to the Rogue Credit Union Community Complex for open swim, drop-in sports, and sports leagues. See the events taking place at roguexmedford.com. Join the fun at Rogue X. It looks like maybe I've got some stats to pass along to you from the first half. Grace. Now, it looks like we must have. Okay, I see what he's doing here. So it looks like leading the way in scoring is Grace McCauley with 8. Sienna Wilcox was 7. Bryn Coppage was 6. Morgan Samhammer was 6. Peyton Hurley with 4. Challengers on the steal. Out of backcourt, the Challengers, Grace McCauley, they'll feed to Coppage. Off the window for 2.
And that's always nice when you can beat the other team up the court and get an easy transition bucket.
Meanwhile, just outside the paint, and we got a foul called against Grace McCauley. She has 2 personal fouls, first team foul of the half. Lost River with the inbound. Herring will shoot from downtown, and she gets it to go. The first triple of the game for the Raiders makes it 43-7. Horn out of backcourt. Grace McCauley to the right side. She'll pass for Cadence Gonzalez. Feeds Coppage. Coppage will kick it back out. Gonzalez has the look from downtown. She's been scoreless so far tonight after scoring 4 threes against North Bend.
Oh, wow.
On Friday. Challengers will inbound along their baseline. Gonzalez. Bounce pass, Coppage. Coppage going to try to get that one to go, kind of in an awkward spot underneath. And it is Lost River coming away with it. Mackenzie Lyman, wearing number 24, Lyman, starts to drive, picks up her dribble. Kicks it out, trapped is Holster. Herring down low, but broken up by Samhammer. Samhammer quickly up the floor. Addie Horn. Horn glides to the hoop. 2.
Yeah, nice job by her of getting, again, the Challengers in transition, getting a lot of easy buckets out in transition. Looking good in that way.
6:32 to go in the third. Lost River try to work it inside. Trying to break it up is Samhammer. And we'll have a foul.
The Challengers trying to play that extended kind of 2-3 zone they're playing against Lost River, and it's been very effective in this game throughout.
Fouls against Morgan Samhammer. That'll be her 3rd personal foul of the ball game. First free throw attempt. Hits about every part of the rim and rolls off. Tia Ongman. She'll have another one coming. Free throw attempt. This one's good. Kinley Davis getting ready to check in for the Challengers. Horn to McCauley. Coppage has an open 3. She buries it.
She's been shooting those really well tonight. Everything looks very repeatable for her when you leave her open in that area.
Meanwhile, Challengers with a near steal. Horn fighting for it. And the possession arrow points in the direction of Cascade Christians.
And again, you can kind of see that 2-3 extended zone with the 2 Challengers on top, kind of trapping the ball as it comes down the court. Been very effective for them so far in this game.
Well, it's kind of interesting now with the new coach, Troy McNichols, at the helm after coaching at Phoenix for a while, to kind of see the different wrinkles, those things that you know that different coaches like, and see how those play out. And just like you say, so far that defense has really worked out good for the Challengers. Davis with the offensive rebound, can't get the putback to go. She almost got it in.
Almost went back up through the net.
And here's McCauley, her shot off the glass. Gonzalez finds an open Horn, and the bank is open on Tuesday night.
And it went down, and she's fouled, so she has the unique chance of getting the 4-point play, which doesn't happen very often in high school basketball. But
so we're seeing some production from the Challengers that they weren't able to get. Pretty much the offense for the Challengers on Friday night was Samhammer and Gonzalez. Gonzalez from long range, and Sam Hammer, who's definitely rounded out her game some, shooting it from mid-range.
With that size she has, too.
Yes. Offensive rebound. Now they'll feed it down low. There is Kinley Davis.
Nice pass from Grace McCauley to get her the basketball where she can score it.
Out of backcourt. They'll swing it for Herring. Herring tried to look inside. McCauley breaking it up. Active hands defensively.
And they're going to get a foul, I think. Yep. It's on Bryn Coppage.
That'll be her third personal of the contest.
And she's going out, probably on purpose.
Down in the low post, taken away by Gonzalez and the challengers. Cadence Gonzalez, the transfer from New Hope Christian in Grants Pass, junior. Horn swings it right. Gonzalez on the drive. Picks up her dribble. Swings it for Wilcox. McCauley looking inside. Showing good patience here. 12 on the shot clock. But a traveling call against the challengers.
Yeah, I'm actually, this is the first time I've seen the Challenger girls, and I'm pleasantly impressed with what they are doing, considering they did lose quite a bit of talent from last year's squad, and they're battling hard here and looking much better actually than I expected.
Cadence Gonzalez on the long feed from Wilcox. Cadence up top. Grace McCauley feeds it back for Horn. Horn over in the corner to Wilcox. She finds Gonzalez. She has the open look. She gets it to go. Cadence Gonzalez with her first bucket of the ball game to make it 56-8. Halfway through the third quarter of play. Lost River right in front of their bench. And we'll have a foul called against the challengers. Looks like that one's going to go against Addie Horn. That'll be her third personal. I think that's about the only thing they got to worry about. They do have a few players that are starting to creep up into
foul trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, and it does appear though they have some depth though on this team as well. Not just the starting five, but they have a little bit of depth that I'm sure they're going to need if they're going to catch some of those foul troubles.
Well, I suspect with the available quarters that we'll see some young players off that Challenger bench later in the game. Challenger girls JV team is 2-0 on the young season. Air steal by Gonzalez. And a tie-up. Possession arrow pointing the way of Lost River, so they'll get it back with 3:24 left to go in the third. Taking care of the inbound will be Madison Holster. Holster inbounds. And they try to dump it in the low post to Navarro. It's broken up by the challengers. And a foul called against Cascade Christian. That's going to go against Sienna Wilcox. That'll be her first personal of the ball game. And to the free throw line will be Camden Cantrell. First free throw attempt, that one just short. Fernandez checking into the ball game for Lost River. Coming out for a breather will be Madison Holster. Second free throw attempt on its way, and that one's short. And it'll be Challenger basketball. 3:21 left to go in the third. Wilcox up the floor. Bounce pass, low post to McCauley. She'll kick it out for Horn. Horn starts a drive. Just kind of lost the handle on the ball on the way out. Looking like one of those deals where she was maybe thinking about a kick out, but the opportunity not presenting itself. Fernandez with the ball, driving up the left side, tries to feed it down low.
Looking at the Challenger roster, pretty young team this year, really.
Yes.
Just the 2 seniors for Cascade Christian, so good opportunity to build a nice group going forward, too.
Well, a nice thing to see is they got enough players out that the young players can ply their trade at the JV level and get that valuable experience.
Yeah, they've struggled to field a JV team the last couple of years, so that's really good for them to have one.
With 2:47 left to go, it'll be Raider basketball. Inbounding will be Lyman. Pass cross court, Fernandez. Fernandez looking inside, steal by Horn. Horn with the basketball, drives to the hoop. She lays it up and in. And what do we have here? Look like
I think they came over the end line.
Yep. Well, you know that's one of those things, and I'm sure you've had it as the JV coach that there's a couple of mistakes that you end up making at this point in the season that you won't make down the road.
Yeah, like putting the wrong player in the wrong number in the scorebook. I did that tonight.
Oops.
First game of the season, and that's a T, by the way, in case you want to know that. And so we had to stop the game after they figured it out, and I had to take a T, but it is what it is. I mean, it certainly wasn't done on purpose.
Right.
And when at the beginning of the season that happens. So anyway, yep, there's some things like that take place when you're playing the first couple of games of the year that always obviously get cleaned up before the next.
Well,
I
think
game.
the Challenger girls, does this sound right? They said that they got a technical for an untucked shirt.
They're coming down on that. I would be surprised if they got that, but you never know. I know there's been a lot of discussion about the refs not having to play uniform police, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Wilcox on the drive to
Wilcox, one of those other seniors, the other senior besides Grace McCauley on this team. And
well, you got to like having her off the bench because she's just one of those make things happen type of players, and then she's not bashful about putting the ball up.
No, and she's very very athletic, a lot of hustle from her, and so she's the perfect person to come off the bench.
Soccer player during the fall. And here, Cantrell. First free throw attempt is good. We'll get this scoreboard squared away here. Well, I guess I could have just left it the way it was because now it's 60-10. Cantrell will come out after getting her team to double figures. 1:52 left to go in the third. Horn out of backcourt to McCauley. Cross court to Wilcox. Wilcox looking for a cutter, finds Gonzalez. Her shot off the window, 2. And I think that's one thing that Cadence is going to bring this team, that she's a really good shooter.
No, that's good to see. And she, that time traveling to her left, able to get off a right-handed shot and still get it off the board and in. Very nice work by her.
Ball tipped around underneath the basket, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Lost River basketball with 1:27 left to go in the third. Inbounding will be Holster. Feeds Herring. Herring starts a drive against McCauley. And we have an offensive foul against the Raiders.
A little shove off with their arm.
So Challengers get it back, leading 62-10. Ongman checks back in along with Cantrell. Coming out of the contest, Navarro and Macy Thompson. Pass over on the left wing for Wilcox. Gonzalez starts a drive, goes inside, goes to the hoop. Can't get that shot to go. Wilcox, her shot just a little bit long. And we have a whistle underneath.
Well, and Davis very active on the boards, doing a good job of getting those extra opportunities for the Challengers.
She plays with a lot of energy, and you got to love having energy players on your team.
Always. And they missed her. She was wide open for a lay-in on their little inbounds play.
She'll go ahead and kick it out. Wilcox with the 10-footer. It's good. 64-10. 46 seconds left to go in the third. Lyman out of backcourt. Cantrell. And it's broken up by the challenger. Steele. Horn going to run it down. Horn has her attempt blocked there. Foul on Cantrell. So she'll go to the free throw line. Cantrell, Horn, a volleyball player during the fall. So a lot of multi-sport athletes on this challenger squad.
Just as we see with the boys team. A lot of football players. We're still getting some of them back. Had to cancel a game earlier this week because we didn't have enough healthy guys. So it's always, we were supposed to play a JV game against Hidden Valley earlier this week, and well, some of the football players just not healthy yet.
Horn 1 for 2 from the charity stripe.
And you and I saw how physical that game was on Saturday. So
oh my goodness, yes,
that was one of the most physical games I've seen at the 3A level for sure. Both teams very physical.
And the attempt there by Herring misses everything, and McCauley will get set to inbound it. Horn out of backcourt.
She realized that Grace was in the backcourt and then kind of did a pirouette, and that's travel.
Yes. Well, it seemed like the problem that the challengers ran into on Friday night is sometimes, they would just pick up their dribble too early and kind of get themselves caught in a bad spot there. But Gonzalez dribbling out of backcourt, and that will end the third quarter of play. Your score after 3, it's 65-10 Challengers. We will be back after this timeout on TableRockSports.net.
For Susan? During the holiday rush, those might be the best words you can hear all week. At Abby's, you get a night off from cooking, a place to gather with family, and easy holiday catering that everybody loves. For legendary pizza and hospitality, visit abbys.com.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Get a free Karastep carpet cushion and capture the lowest prices of the season with every purchase. And ask about special zero-interest financing during National Karastan Month. Exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Aloha and Melikaliki Maka from Abby's. End your year with a tropical twist. Our big Hawaiian pizza at a legendary holiday price. Plus, earn $5, $10, $20 or more in free pizza with our holiday gift card offer. Abby's, a legendary holiday pizza tradition.
Get ready to start the fourth quarter of play. Troy McNichols losing in his challenger debut on Friday night, but cruising along in this one. Peyton Hurley into the challenger lineup, wearing number 22. Morgan Samhammer. Also Amelia Madden into the ball game. She's in the low post, takes it, tries to make a move to the hoop, and it is taken away by the Raiders.
I think that one's going to be on.
That'll be against Amelia Madden.
Yep.
So she's on the stat sheet now.
There you go. Just like that.
Junior forward.
Challengers in that 2-3. You can see it right there. Kind of extended out a little high, and then they like to trap the ball on the wings.
Well, pass it, and a shot from 15. Rolls around and down. Guthrie with the make.
Nice ball movement that time by the Raiders to get an open look.
Coppage on the near side wing, tries to work it inside, and Horn trying to make a play, tap it off of a Lost River player, and Challengers get the inbound. Samhammer. There's Madden, and she banks it home.
And just like that, she's on the scoreboard too.
Look what I found.
Well, that's the same inbound play that we run.
Aha.
I recognize that one.
Well, and it works going the other way. Madison Holster off the glass. Coppage looking for Madden in the low post, but it is broken up, taken away by Herring. Herring with the ball, drives up the left side, kicks it out. Shot by Holster. That'll take some of the edge off of this, and I'm sure probably at this point Mickles is like, wait a minute, we still need to finish this thing.
Well, coaches want, just like me, I talked to our kids too. We were way ahead in the JV game, and you want to finish the game right.
Right. Well, Table Rock Sports says thank you to Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon, helping us highlight our teams and student athletes. If you shop at Sherm's, they will save you money. And we welcome back Lippert's Carpet One of Medford and Grants Pass and State Farm Insurance Agent Rory Wold of Medford for partnering with Table Rock Sports again in the 2025-26 season. Two great additions to our sponsor roster. So coming up, we got the Christmas Classic. I'll give you a chance to get a shout out. I know every year it seems like I tell folks, hey, we've got great 3A teams coming around from around the state and some local favorites for that local draw as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good tournament this year. We have more teams, I think, than we've ever had this year. There's 10 teams in the JV bracket, boys bracket, and 10 teams in the JV2 boys bracket instead of the normal 8. And the girls brackets are pretty full as well. So it's going to be a lot of teams, and you're going to have to pay attention to venues, though, this year because the JV and JV2 tournament is going to start at Rogue X on the first day.
Oh, my goodness. Into the ball game, Abby McCauley. Younger sister to Izzy. And I've seen her in JV action look pretty solid as a player. Good ball handler. Coppage to McCauley. They'll try to dump it inside for Madden. Ball's loose, but Coppage is there. McCauley. Over right side. Now it's Coppage with it.
5 on the shot clock.
And Hurley will shoot from the free throw line.
And the bank is open late tonight.
Yes, it is. Peyton Hurley there. Off the window for 2.
Nice ball movement. Good recognition of the shot clock and able to get it off in time.
With the ball, Herring passes cross court. Lyman, Guthrie try to work at low post. Broken up by the challengers. With the basketball, Coppage. Coppage feeds Hurley. She lays it up and in.
This team does a great job in transition. You can see that. And that was similar to what they did last year as well. A very good team in transition.
Meanwhile, going coast to coast, Herring. 71-19. So a little scoring flurry. Take a little bit of the edge off for Lost River. Sam Hammer with it. She'll lay it off for Coppage. Hurley. Wyatt's younger sister going to work. Had to make sure I got that in for all the times that I misidentified Wyatt during football season.
There you go.
Now we call him Wyatt. My name's not Peyton Hurley. We don't call him the big whomp.
Yeah, okay. And be careful. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he is. Meanwhile, challengers on the break. Coppage to Sam Hammer.
Oh, nice left hand.
Yeah, good work there. She has definitely expanded her game offensively.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a lot smoother than it would have been last year.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, challengers lead 73-19. And meanwhile, on the drive, Herring, fouled by Amelia Madden. So I think Coach McNichols has pretty well emptied his bench as Davis gets ready to return for Sam Hammer. Madden whistled for her second personal of the ball game. And they'll bounce it off of Madden. They'll go ahead and try that one more time.
Smart move there. At least don't get a 5-second count, right?
That's right. Guthrie on the move. Her shot short. Offensive rebound. Pounded in the paint. Over there is Hurley and Davis, a couple of young challenger players. Now a wild shot there, and Davis, watch out for those elbows.
And a shoulder.
And meanwhile, Hurley's going to pull up, shoot.
Oh, everything she shoots is the bank. There you go.
Out of the tradition of Sam Jones.
Yeah, if you can get it off the glass, why not, right?
Yeah, I think I've seen in recent years in the NBA, Anthony Edwards has tried to become a guy that's...
He likes to do that as well.
Yeah, kind of make an art form out of that.
Seen Steph Curry do that a little bit on some runners in the lane.
Meanwhile...
Oh, nice by Bryn.
Bryn Coppage. I think by now she's in double figures for the night. Meanwhile, number 15 in the ball game, Abigail O'Neill, one of the freshmen coming off the bench for Lost River. Guthrie picks up her dribble. Now to Holston.
And out of bounds to Lost River.
So Holster will go ahead and take care of the inbound here. 2:01 left to go in the ball game. Bryn Coppage whistled for her fourth personal foul of the ball game.
And they're going to take her out. Yeah, you don't want anybody to foul out in a game like this.
No. And it'll give Wilcox some playing time at the end. Clock moving, and the shot from the baseline, in and out. And there with the rebound is Wilcox. Quickly up the floor to Hurley. Hurley, Wilcox up top. Swings it around. McCauley. McCauley drives.
Nice
little
drive.
lefty runner. A little short.
Nice drive, though, by McCauley.
Yeah. O'Neill there for the rebound.
Assuming she's a freshman, right?
Yes. Yeah, not only is the boys program young, but the girls program is young as well.
Yeah. Boys program just 2 seniors and 1 junior, and everyone else in our program is freshmen and sophomores. I think we have 7 or 8 freshmen this year.
And they are well developed.
They are.
Younger classmen at that. Try to feed it inside for Davis.
Well, as you can tell by the volley puff results, if you remember correctly.
Yes.
I believe it was the sophomore class that won the volley puff game.
Yes, they did. Obviously very proud of that. Yeah, it was between the freshmen and the sophomores for the championship.
How often does that happen? Very athletic classes, both of them.
Yes. Here, long range, and knocking it down.
And that is probably going to do it.
Time winding down, Hurley with it. He'll direct traffic, and that's the end of the ball game. The Cascade Christian Challengers end up taking down the Lost River Raiders, so they go to 1-1 on the season. The first win of the Troy McNichols era as girls basketball coach at Cascade. A well-played game for the Challengers. Of course, now get a nice little shot there. Thank you, Dan, of the Cascade Christian cheerleaders. Firing up the fan base for the evening. And it looks like, Mark, I might have some stats here from Brian Coppage. We'll see how quickly we can add this up. All I'll have to do is go take a quick break here, and then we'll be back with the final stats on the evening right after these messages on TableRockSports.net. You got a
So.
For Susan? During the holiday rush, those might be the best words you can hear all week. At Abby's, you get a night off from cooking, a place to gather with family, and easy holiday catering that everybody loves. For legendary pizza and hospitality, visit abbys.com.
Luxurious Cascade flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Cascade Month Journey into Savings event. Get a free Step carpet cushion and capture the lowest prices of the season with every purchase. And ask about special zero-interest financing during National Cascade Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Aloha and Melikaliki Maka from Abby's. End your year with a tropical twist. Our big Hawaiian pizza at a legendary holiday price. Plus, earn $5, $10, $20 or more in free pizza with our holiday gift card offer. Abby's, a legendary holiday pizza tradition.
Okay, we've got the final totals in from the night. And Mark, I'll spare you the eye test. But leading the way for the challengers with 17 points was Addison Horn.
Nice.
Bryn Coppage added 16 to go with 6 assists. Cadence Gonzalez with 7. Peyton Hurley with 10. Morgan Samhammer with 4. Grace McCauley with 8. And Amelia Madden with 2. Well, that'll go ahead and wrap up tonight's contest. And just a couple of quick observations before we sign off here, Mark. As you got in for the second half.
Like I said, I feel like this girls team is young, and as we go through the season, they're going to get better and better, and that's exciting for the challengers. And it's a kind of a new era for the challenger program with a new coach, and it's going to be a great season, I think, to see them grow and mature and get better and better as the season goes along.
Well, our post-game wrap-up is brought to you by the Know Your Role post-game show. TravelMedford.org/knowyourrole. You can see that to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. Well, this will wrap things up where the challengers defeat Lost River by a score of 77-19. This has been a presentation of TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. Along with Mark McLemore and cameraman Dan Hartwell, I'm Jim McCoy saying thank you for watching and good night from Cascade Christian High School in Medford, Oregon. The boys' game is coming up next.